What's going on, guys? It's Derek with Raleigh Restorations. Today we're going to take you step by step, session by session, hour by hour on how we got results with ice cream on these shoes. I'm going to start and say this is the only method we recommend. There's no deviations. Don't use different bulbs. Don't use a different setup. Don't use a different product. Don't use different lights. This is the best way to get results like this. So if you're purchasing our product and you want to implement these methods, you need to go step by step and do everything we say in the video, as well as use the lights and the products linked down below to get started. This was a total of 5 sessions here. And I know people are like, that's a lot of work, I gotta do so much. It's really not. You literally buy the light that we have down below in the description, use ice cream, apply it, set it, and forget it. You can go to school, go to work, go to the gym. You can even sleep during it. Like, no joke, it's 24-hour sessions, so you're gonna sleep at some point. I literally was sleeping half the time that this work was being done. So the hardest part and the work that is actually involved is cleaning the sole and treating it before you go ahead and start using ice cream. But things are pretty easy, especially since we have this Reshoevn8r Ultimate Kit. So let's go ahead and hop into the few things that we are gonna need to get these soles iced up. First of all, you're gonna need our product ice cream. Again, if you're using another product and you're having issues, I can't really help you there because everything is based off of this product here. In addition to that, I'm going to use the Reshoevn8r, the Ultimate Kit, which does have their advanced sneaker cleaner, as well as the 3-brush kit, which is what I use to clean this before I use ice cream. Also, to detail those soles, we're gonna use a little bit of acetone. Any brand works, it's just 100% acetone, or even like nail polish remover, which is pretty much the same thing. Also, some cotton balls here, some Q-tips to get down in those little grooves, especially on these Jordan 6s, all these little circles right here. That's gonna make a big difference, and we'll cover that here in a second. Some gloves for safety. This stuff definitely can burn a little bit if it gets on your skin. It's nothing serious. It will turn a little white, but it will fade over time. So definitely use some gloves if you wanna be safe. And again, you're gonna need that light linked down in the description below. I've tried a bunch of other lights, reptile bulbs, different grow lights, the sun. This is the #1 light that I have found that works best. Again, these results right here, they don't lie. So if you're trying to use a different light or use the outdoor method or something, I'm gonna try and point you in the direction of this light because it's so easy and so convenient and the results come so fast. So let's go ahead and take all these things that we mentioned and go ahead and start prepping the sole. Again, this is already done, but I'm gonna take you guys step by step and show you exactly how I did that.
So the nice part with the Ultimate Kit from Reshoevn8r is that it literally has everything you need. For this example, I'm just going to be using the Advanced Sneaker Solution and their stiff brush since we are working on the soles here. But before we actually start scrubbing with the stiff brush, we need to go ahead and get all the rocks and anything that's wedged in the shoe. This is going to change shoe to shoe, so just make sure to check all those little crevices and anywhere those things could be that you can dislodge these. So once we've got all the rocks out of the soles, we can go ahead and use the sneaker cleaner from Reshoevn8r and their stiff brush, which is perfect for soles. If you don't already have Reshoevn8r, they actually hooked me up with a 10% promo code, which is RR10. You can use that on their site for any of their products, including the Ultimate Kit, and I'll have that link down below. So once you finish cleaning the soles, just towel them dry, and here's a little comparison. Now this next part is not the most fun, but it makes all the difference and makes them look more dead stock. So these little circles, I'm going to take this Q-tip with acetone and literally work inside of each of these circles here. For this example today, I'm going to ignore the white rubber here. I'm going to tape that up later and just focus on the icy portions here for ice cream. So first I'll just take some acetone. I like to pour it into the cap so I can dip the Q-tips in like so. And I'm just literally going to go into each of those little circles. Every sole is going to be different. You see that? I mean, my goodness, look at that right side. I didn't know you see that difference. So continue around the sole. Again, every shoe is going to be different. Just work inside of those crevices on top of the actual, any icy areas. You're going to want to do this little detail method too. You'll be surprised how much dirt comes up that you can't actually see. And again, this makes all the difference. So ice cream can actually work on the rubber soles and isn't trying to fight through dirt and grime and all that other stuff. So you can already see this is looking a lot better after that detail cleaning, especially on these sides here. It's already starting to look a little icy, but we're going to go ahead and continue with the ice cream process. I'm going to tape up this white portion because I don't want to get ice cream on it. This goes for any Jordan 11 pods. You can even do the midsoles, the uppers, the toe cap, or the front end if you want to be safe. Just use some regular masking tape in this case for rubber, and we're going to go ahead and outline all of the areas that we don't want to ice. And then I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and cut out those edges. It just speeds it up a little bit and makes it faster. This goes for Jordan 11 pods, any suede nubuck or uppers that you want to protect. If you don't know better and this is your first time using it, just tape up to be safe. So after I've got all my tape down, as you can see, I'm just going to take this X-Acto knife here and trim along these edges to get all of that tape off and only have the exposed areas of the icy soles that I want to ice. Boom. I know it's a little camera tricky, but the process is the same. Just cut out the tape. Just need a little something to keep you entertained. After that's taped up, we're going to grab our ice cream. Again, you can find this in the link down below, or if you're just curious and want to watch the process, you can check it out after. I'm just going to use this regular jar, and this brush here is just a cheap brush. I only use it for ice cream because it gets really gross. And I'm just going to pour the ice cream into this jar and use this brush to apply. You can pour it directly onto the soles and spread it out if you're comfortable. I like putting it in the jar so I can see how much I'm using. But just apply liberally. I'm going to show you a close up here at the end to show you the amount that you should have on there. If you put too little, you're not going to see results. But if you put too much, you're not going to do any damage. You're just going to be wasting ice cream. And you could possibly damage the uppers if you put too much that it rolls down. So here's that close up I was talking about. And this is the amount that you want to apply to any areas that you're trying to remove yellowing or discoloration. So the next step, we're going to grab some Glad cling wrap or plastic wrap or any kind works, the stuff that you find in your kitchen if you know what I'm talking about. And we're going to cover the areas that we're trying to ice. In this case, it is the soles, whether you're doing a midsole, a toe cap, cover it with saran wrap. This basically allows the ice cream to not break down chemically and release into the atmosphere. So we've tested with the sessions that we're about to show you and the time length, how long that activation can take place and how long we're actually removing the yellowing from the soles during this process. This basically keeps ice cream on the sole or whatever area you're working on and allows it to keep working and not just break down once and then be removed. So the plastic wrap is crucial in this step. So after you've applied the saran wrap, I just pat it down and make sure the ice cream's kind of hanging onto it to hold it in place. And now we're going to move over to where the other half of Ice Cream's magic works. It's inside that box here. So let me go ahead and I'm just going to take you guys over there and show you the setup and give you a little bit more information. So all of this is linked below. The light is the magic right there. I literally just have that hanging suspended with the little things that it comes with and just have it floating over my box. I don't put the lid on, but you notice my box is a little bigger. So I have that just cardboard box sitting in there, and that's to get the shoe closer to that light. I'll show you when I'm actually putting the shoe in here in a second, but this is what the light looks like, and it's very bright. So cover your eyes the first time or wear some safety goggles because that is a lot of UV light coming out. So I want to show this in real time here, what I actually do. I'm going to take this cling wrap. It's just easy because I use it every time and it's a little blurred out, but I put that in there so I can rest the toe of the shoe on top of that to get the sole to lay pretty flat. You don't want to just point it down because then ice cream can run down the shoe. So I just set it just like this. I don't know if it will balance here. Yeah, that will be okay. But I just take the sole of the shoe and try and get as flat as I can to that light. And I put it about a foot and a half away from that light source here. And I'm going to show you guys in real time. Let me adjust my settings so you can actually try and see this. But I'm going to show you my phone each session with the time and date. A lot of people have said, show us every session. I can't film all 24 hours, but I'll show you the time and dates that I take this out so you can see the results in real time. So let me just pull up like a time and date. How can I do that on my phone? Is it listed on here? No, it's not. Okay, sorry, I just didn't want to break away from the camera. I wanted to show you that this is the same session, but I'm trying to look on my phone right now and find a time and date calendar or calculator. Okay, so it is 9:12 a.m. on October 7th, and I'll update you when I take them out, put them back in, and show you after each session. So here's the before shoe, and I'm going to take you guys over to the ice box. I want to show you the time every time I put them in and take them out. Like I said, I wanted to make this as easy to follow as possible so you guys can see in real time. So it is 10:25 and now October 8th. So it's been about 25 hours. You want to shoot for 24. If you go any longer, it's not going to damage them, but you want to shoot for 24 as a minimum. So let's just take this over to the table here and get a little comparison so you guys know it's been one session and there's a little look at it. But what we need to do now is remove the saran wrap from the sole after each session, and we need to clean it off with Reshoevn8r Cleaner, or you can use just a regular soap. Just make sure you don't get any on the upper. I like to use this little handy container that Reshoevn8r has in their ultimate kit. It looks dumb, but honestly, the way that you can just put it away is perfect. And again, you can use that soap if you need to in a pinch if you're working on just the soles. So that's after every session. We're going to take these to the sink. I'm not going to show that every time, but you're going to scrub off the bottom, get all the ice cream off, and it helps get any extra dirt that you may have missed the first pass over. And then we're just going to repeat those sessions. So here's a side-by-side comparison after one 24-hour session, or technically that was 25 hours. You can already see a pretty good difference here. And the amount of sessions that you're going to have to do is going to depend on the amount of wear, how yellow they are, the age of the shoe, and a couple other factors. So you're definitely going to need to do a few sessions, so just keep repeating this process. I'm going to speed through this to save you time. It's going to be the same exact thing that we just did. We're going to apply the ice cream each session. We're going to put it in for 24 hours underneath the light with the saran wrap on, and then we're going to need to rinse these after. And again, I'm going to look at the time here. It is October 8th at 12:10 p.m. Some of these sessions run a little bit longer. You'll see I have like a 36-hour session, a 30-hour session, but the goal is to aim for 24, but I'm going to show you the timestamp every time. But we're just going to continue doing these sessions, and I'm just going to speak a little bit on ice cream and the things that it works on, the things you can use it on, and a couple more tips. So obviously it works on icy soles. You can check our page for more examples. Glow in the dark, toe caps, some midsoles like Air Force Ones, Jordan 1s have that rubber midsole. Whether there's a color or it's white, anything that has actually changed or oxidized, like Bred 4s, that gray will turn kind of greenish yellow. That will restore back to its natural color. So any colored rubber will come back to its normal color. Glow in the dark, icy soles, whether they're icy blue or like the Gamma 11s are kind of smoky. There's a ton of different soles and looks that Jordan Brand and Nike are putting out. It works on all of those as long as it's rubber.
So you can see it's been a little over 24 hours, except we have a little issue. Our water is off right now. So I want to show you this session is actually like a little hour and a half over. But I am, just for the sake of this, going to take this out just so you guys can see it. So again, I'm just going to let these sit until our water does come back on, and I will be back to show you guys how to clean the bottom, and then we're going to reapply and do another 24 hours.
So this one was actually closer to like 36 hours for the session, as you can see by the time, again, because the water was cut off. But I'm going to go ahead and take these out. It was 6:01, and I'm going to rinse these off just like we did after every session. I'm going to show you it, but just fast forward. I don't need to explain it every single time. Same process. And here it's been 6 minutes since I washed these off, and you can see the results already. This is, I think, the third or fourth session. I'm not sure, third or fourth, but they're just looking pretty icy, especially on the sides there. That's a pretty big difference. So here I'm just gonna again apply the ice cream, the same method, cover that with saran wrap, put it back in, and I will show you guys the timestamp here again so you guys can follow along. But again, the same process. I just want to show you each session since we have a lot of people saying show every session or show step by step, and this is the quickest way I can do it without making it like an hour-long video. So here it is back inside. It's 11:55 p.m. and I'm gonna grab these in 24 hours.
So guys, here we are again. The water was out again today. We're having issues with the water, so they keep fixing it. So this session again is about closer to like 30 hours, maybe 35, 36. So the key is to get over 24. If you go longer, it's not a big deal. It's just not doing much. But I'm actually going to go rinse these off, and I will update you again with the time and date and everything to just show you guys how they're doing after. I believe this is the fourth session. This is the fourth session. Just wash these in the sink the same way we did earlier, if I can get that to focus. So it's been like 8 minutes. So 6:19 on October 11th. So it has been 3 days, maybe 4 days. Again, I'll edit this in the video. But these are coming along great, especially on the sides here. I mean, that's all that really matters, right? Alright guys, and that shoe is done in there. I just want to show you the setup for the after, that there is no cuts here. I'm going to go ahead and go grab the shoe out of here. The only thing I'm going to have to do actually is take this over to the sink again, just to wash off that last bit of ice cream like we did after every session. I'm going to go ahead and take this shoe out. This should give you a pretty good idea, I feel like, but I'm going to go rinse this off and we will be right back. Alright guys, so I literally just got done drying off after we went to the sink and rinsed these again. Again, we did that between every session, and this was 5 sessions total with the indoor setup. A total of 5 days, about 6 days almost, with the overlap and the extended sessions. You can tell these came out great here. I'll do some close-up shots so you guys can get a better look on them. That blue tint is really coming back, and they're looking great. So I want to go ahead and recap and say, this is the absolute best method, and this is the only method I'm going to recommend to you guys. I know the outdoor method used to be the best one and the one that we always recommended, but these results don't lie. I mean, I worked on other shoes, I slept, I went and ran errands, went to the gym, to the grocery store. You can literally just let these sit, and this is by far the best method. Again, all those links are down below in the description. And I don't want to just leave you guys hanging. I know there are a lot of companies out there that sell a lot of things, sneaker accessories, stickers, fake shoes, all that stuff. People get a bad rap for that. So if you guys are having any issues at all, don't hesitate to DM me, email me. It's literally my job. And if you guys are having issues and you DM me and you say you're using another product, you're trying the outdoor method, you're using outdated bulbs or another method, I can't really help you. The first step is going to be, are you following all of these? Because this is the only method that we recommend with that light that I was using in the video. And again, if you guys do want to support me beyond the product, or you're just watching and think this is cool and you think this t-shirt's dope, go ahead and grab a t-shirt to support me. It will go directly back into the content that we provide, the tutorials, and just kind of keep things going here. So I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, drop them down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.